Hello, this is Chad Jones, proud superintendent of Sinton ISD. Today, we're going to take a closer look at the proposed projects in Proposition A of the Sinton ISD Bond 2020. Steel Dynamics chose Sinton as their new home on July 22nd, 2019. Steel Dynamics will bring over 650 jobs and will almost triple the certified property values of Sinton ISD. Therefore, the district will not have to raise its tax rate regardless of what happens on this bond election. The board members and I were able to tour Steel Dynamics a few weeks ago, and it is booming and it's set to begin production in the summer of 2021. Once Steel Dynamics chose Sinton, the Sinton ISD board, anticipating growth, called for a facility review, which led to the board to approve a district facility committee, which was made up of over 70 community members. This committee recommended to the board a $111,060,000 bond to address facility needs and future growth. The board unanimously voted to approve calling for a bond election of $111,060,000 containing two propositions. And today we're going to focus on Proposition A. Included in Proposition A will be a new replacement high school, expanded ag facilities, a turf replacement for the football field, and renovations and safety upgrades to Sinton ISD's other three campuses. In this presentation, we will focus on the most expensive item in the bond, the new high school. The total budget for Proposition A is $91,390,000. Our current high school was built in 1967. It has an aging infrastructure and does not meet current classroom size recommendations by the Texas Education Agency. Because it's been added onto over the years, the layout is disjointed and there is not currently a security vestibule which meets current guidelines. The proposed new high school will have a defined entry with a security vestibule, additional parking with separate bus loop, and an expanded drop-off and pickup area. The proposed new high school would be built for a core of 800 students, with the common areas being built for 1,000, plus it would have the ability to be added onto if needed for future growth. Let's look at a few comparisons of our current high school and some sample pictures of some recently built high schools. Here is a typical classroom and science lab at Sinton High School. Notice there's no windows and they're very small rooms, as opposed to some newer facility space where you see brightly lit rooms, more open space, and windows. Here you will see the Sinton High School shop and our medical facility. And here's a sample of a newer facility. Here's the Sinton High School library and the Sinton High School cafeteria, as opposed to a newer version of a library and cafeteria. Notice the higher ceilings, the windows, and the brighter space. On the left is Sinton High School auditorium, and on the right is our gymnasium. If you recall, you enter our gymnasium through those doors on the right, you pay at that desk, and then you walk along the end line to get to the home stands. The concession stand is in the far right corner, and the restrooms are in the back. This is opposed to a newer gym, as you see on the right here, which would contain a foyer out front with concession stand and men's and women's restrooms. On the left, you will see an auditorium at a newer facility. This is the Sinton High School Band Hall. Here you see on the left a sample of a choir room from a newer facility and also a band hall on the right. We will be offering in-person high school tours on Monday, October 5th and Monday, October 12th at 6:30. Due to COVID-19, all attendees must pre-register for these, and we must wear a mask as we take the tour. You can register by going to sintonisdbond.net. Early voting is October 13th through 30th, and Election Day is Tuesday, November 3rd. Thank you, and go Pirates.